Hi, my name is Jay, and for today's video I'm going to share a haul and review of the Amazon bookstore. I am currently filming in my room in San Diego where I went to the Amazon bookstore. What? It is located at the Westfield UTC. I went to the mall and it was like a confusing hot mess of a maze, and normally I'm really good with like knowing landscapes of like areas and stuff, but that mall was a lot, so have fun looking for it. But this was my first time at the Amazon bookstore. I have no idea what other Amazon bookstores look like, but this was just my experience being at this San Diego one. Yes. So going into it, I didn't really know what to expect. It's definitely a lot smaller than, you know, let's say if you're going to like a Barnes & Noble or something. It feels a little bit more like crammed, sort of. I don't know if other Amazon bookstores are bigger, but this one is fairly small. It didn't feel exactly like a bookstore. It felt more of like I was shopping online but in person, if that makes sense. So much like an ordinary bookstore, they have sections divided into genres in the store, like young adult, science fiction, the kids area, cookbooks, business type books, stuff like that. But the majority of the bookstore really depends on like if you like it sections. So they have a bunch of shelves that's like, if you like this book, then you'll like this books, and then they'll like have a bunch of books that, you know, are related or like similar to that book. They have a bunch of areas that are like the top 10 books or the top picks of blah blah blah, and a lot of them have like plaques on them that depict like some sort of Amazon review of it online. It really felt like I was just kind of browsing through the Amazon book section, which was pretty interesting. The selection also is quite limited. I kind of was hoping to get like the first book in one of Sarah J. Maas's books, because I've never read it, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the bookstore anyway, might as well buy it. And they did not have it. They only have pretty much like the most like popular, most recent books for the most part. Generally, I'm not saying that, you know, all of them are like that, but from what I saw, pretty much all of them were like the most current, most popular books as of now. What else did I think of it? They also sold a bunch of like other little trinkets, like pens and like little push pins and stuff like that, office supplies. But it was an interesting experience. I did like having being able to buy cheap books. And then when you're purchasing your book, the cool thing about it is that throughout the store they have like a little barcode reader so that you can see the price for if you are an Amazon Prime member. And then if you're not an Amazon Prime member, well, it is just the list price that's on the back of the book. But there's like a barcode scanner so that you can see how much it is if you end up buying it. And then what's cool is you can either I didn't try this out, but I was like reading some of the signs, but you can just buy your books on your mobile device, how old am I, on your cell phone, and then you kind of just show it to one of the employees and it's like, oh, I bought these books, okay, bye. Or you can go right up to the counter, they'll check you out, and then you slide whatever credit card is associated with your Amazon Prime membership, and then you're good to go. It was a very quick, easy process. I ended up buying 7 books while I was there. I bought 2 books, and then I really wanted to buy more, so I went back again to get a couple more books. So what I got is over here. So the first 2 books that I bought the first time I went to the store was The Sun and Her Flowers by Rupi Kaur. Am I saying her last name right? Please let me know in the comment section down below. I have her first poetry book, and I've been wanting to pick this one up, so I really wanted to pick up a novel and some sort of poetry book while I was there, so I got this one. And then the next book I got was Tell Me Three Things by Julie Buxbaum. When I was looking through the shelves, I saw her second book, What to Say Next, and I was like, ooh, this book sounds interesting, but then it wasn't her like debut novel, so I think this is a debut, I don't know. But this was the first book that she released before What to Say Next, so I thought that I should pick up this one before I read something else. I'm excited to read it. I'm all about contemporary novels. And then the next time I went, I got 5 more books. So I ended up getting another poetry book. This is R.H. Sin, yes, Planting Gardens in Graves. This is volume 1. They have a bunch of other ones. This was just kind of the cheapest one, so I picked up this one. And then I got The Four Agreements, a wisdom book by Don Miguel Ruiz. One of my patients actually was talking about books with me, and they suggested that I pick up this book because it changed their lives, and I'm like, okay, I'm all about this. And I did excuse me. And I didn't realize that it was such a popular book, so I am excited to read it. It's a very quick read. It's around 100 pages, so I'll let you know how it is. And then one of my resolutions / goals for the year is to read more writing related books, and I haven't really been doing that. And I found this one right here. It's called Long Story Short, The Only Storytelling Guide You'll Ever Need by Margot Liebman. I don't know if it's necessarily writing novels per se. I think it dives more into an aspect of like storytelling, which I mean is pretty much the same thing. I don't know. I'm flipping through it and it seems kind of more like if you're telling a story out loud or whatever. I don't know. I'll find out and let you know. I got a Colleen Hoover novel. It Ends With Us. I believe this is one of her recent ones. I love Colleen Hoover, one of my favorite new adult novelists, so I got it. And then the last book I got was The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. I have been wanting to read this book for a while. I saw it at a Costco like a long time ago, and this was before anyone had been talking about the book. And I was like, ooh, this sounds interesting, but I didn't pick up the book. And then everyone started talking about it, and I'm like, oh, dang it, I messed up. And then I found out that they are, you know, making a movie, so I'm like, okay, I gotta read this book before the movie comes out. So I bought it. I am so excited to read this. There's a lot of good stuff being said about it, so I am super excited. Alrighty, so that is it for today's video. I realize now that the lighting may be wonky, kind of yellow cast on my face, but what can you do? I'm in a hotel room. This is the best that can happen. Alright, if you have been to an Amazon bookstore, let me know your experience. I'm curious to see if you had the same experience as me. And please share it in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I will see you next time with a brand new video. Goodbye!